Chicago Bears at the Tampa Bay Bucs. We do have a play in this one. Our friend Brad Allen is on a side in this one. We are sitting right now 12 and a half in favor of the Tampa Bay Bucs at home. Chicago Bears travel on the road in a game with a total of 47. Much like Jalen Hurts, same thing kind of really here with Justin Fields early on in his career. I don't know if they're putting him in the best opportunities to succeed, and the situation that they are putting him in is certainly not working out. I mean, Allen Robinson has been non-existent the entire season. I mean, one of the consensus top 10 wide receivers in all of the NFL is persona non grata in this offense, and they're not scheming ways to just get the ball in his hands. They're not just trying to force the ball his direction. And with all that, this offense is really, really sputtered up and down the field here, Brad. I know you're on this game, and you think the Bucs are going to be able to cover this big number.
Yeah, to me, this feels a bit like the Browns game for Justin Fields, where they just could not block the Browns, and what they got one net yard passing, right? So that was his first game. They came out, they tried to throw it around a little bit, it didn't work. So they faced the Lions next week, zero pass rush, like dead last pass rush in the NFL. They got ahead, they ran the ball like 57% of the time. They did some play action, it looked good. Went into the Raiders, where, you know, they put up 20 points, so sort of goodish. Again, I don't know if the Raiders were distracted that week because of the Gruden stuff, but a bit of a weird game. And then Packers last week, again, no pass rush, no Zadarius Smith, no Jair Alexander at corner. They scored 14 points. And again, I just think he holds on to the ball for too long. Like, he holds on to the ball for 3 seconds. So to try and help him, they want to run the ball, 57% run over the last month, and then they want to run play action. Well, you can't run the ball against the Bucs, and if you get shredded by the Bucs on defense, then the play action game is going to be a lot less effective if they just know you're dropping back because you're down 14 points. And then you've got Brandon Thorne, offensive defensive line expert. He ranks the Bucs the best D line in the NFL. He's got the Bears offensive line 27th in the NFL. So to me, you're going to have Fields dropping back 30 times with a deficit here, behind a bad offensive line, holding onto the ball way too long, and I think he's going to get murdered. And then so do the Bucs want to score 30 to make sure they cover here? Well, they were talking about it last week after the game. We were embarrassed last year on that Thursday night football game where Brady was going 4 downs. I think that they lost the game by 3 or so. So they do remember that. I think they are focused on winning this game. And yeah, as I say, I think the Bears are scoring 10 points, and I think the Bucs are scoring 30 plus. So happy to lay 12.5.
Of note, and again, this could change throughout the course of the week, so be sure and take a look. But we do have Akeem Hicks still DNPing for the Bears. We do have Khalil Mack DNPing for the Bears, and so just stuff to kind of keep an eye on with that as well. Steven, yet another one. I mean, you and I talked about at least a few of these games on the Survivor video that we did. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just go back and take a look. More thoughts, kind of how we would play Survivor this week with some of these big spread games and whether we would go in that direction or not. But as far as 12 and a half right now, I'm with Brad. I mean, I'm laying it or I'm passing on this thing. The Bucs could, as long as they want to keep their foot on the gas, they can. They can hit you so many multiple different ways. It would be the Bucs or pass for me.
Yeah, I mean, what's the way that you could keep it close against Tampa Bay? It's trying to beat this secondary, and I'm not of the mindset that Justin Fields is the quarterback and Matt Nagy is the coach to be able to take advantage of that. So I have zero interest in backing the Chicago Bears in this type of a matchup at this point, and it would be Bucs or pass for me as well.
Yeah, I just can't get there. And again, it's mind-boggling to me that your leading receiver for this Bucs team is Darnell Mooney, and it's not Allen Robinson. I mean, they are just, it's like malpractice what's going on with this team. I mean, Allen Robinson has 21 targets on the season. I mean, 21 receptions on the season. 21 receptions on the season for Allen Robinson. And that's a game for Davante Adams. Like Davante Adams getting 20, 30 catches a game, as we're talking about. And this guy's got 21 catches on the entire season right now. It's just absolute malpractice. No way I can back the Bears in any way, shape, or form.